Hi guys, this is Stars Tyrant. This is the concluding 2 chapters of Separate Ways, the Ada campaign for Resident Evil 4. This is the HD project version. Probably the last stream I do of the HD project for a while. Chapter 3 ended with Ada and Leon failing to get to Lewis in time, respectively, and also we've shared some of Wesker's frustration in Ada failing to kill Leon off. So we carry on into chapter 4, which is the first of the Ada chapters, which includes some original content.
What's the news on our friend Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quite a jolly mess he's made, that Leon, but all for the better. Sadler's people have fallen into a panic. Their destruction is only a matter of time now.
Once he gets Ashley back, his job will be finished. He'll no longer be a factor.
No, I'm leaving Leon to Krauser. Hurry up and retrieve the sample.
Maybe you forgot, Wesker. I don't always play by your rules.
So interestingly, Separate Ways covers nearly every event of Ada shown in Leon's campaign, except the moment where they arrive at the island on the boat together. I don't know why it was omitted, or why they didn't simply choose to represent it, but it's noticeable. There's a really cool soundtrack on this level, plays in the background.
Welcome. Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. Come back anytime. What are you buying?
Can't really afford anything. Bad run financially, but let's go. So this is the tunnel where Leon and Ashley are chased on the truck. And this is the wreckage that's left. There's no point in wasting any rifle ammo here. So we'll just move on. I think that's nearly every first shot missed that I've fired so far. Hello again, mate. Nice to see you. Should have this cracked by tonight. missing the bow gun at the minute. Ow. I would say, in terms of Separate Ways as a campaign, this is probably the first where you get a bit of action fatigue. It's a lot of the same thing, and here we go with Separate Ways' original content, and this is, albeit ridiculous, this was their method of transport to the US. It's no joke that it's amassed some serious funds. It's nice to see a bit of original content for Separate Ways, but it is just very action heavy. It's quite drab in terms of design as well. There's so many in the later Resident Evil games. There's so many that take place on a ship or a boat. Guns can absolutely tear Ada to pieces. Not quick. I think I've actually missed something there, so let's go back down. Risking more damage. I have the activation key. This way, we've got to completely turn around there. And that's how quick Ada can die. So yeah, you need lots of heals. And a little bit of luck. This was the first of many ship set pieces, it could be argued. All we have to do is literally just take out the turrets. Which for some reason activates a lift. And that's pretty much all there is to this section, so although it's very exciting to see a new area that Leon didn't explore, it is quite generic, and it kind of it builds upon, you know, later games clearly carried on this idea. Dear, did not expect that. So used to playing the no merchant mode that I'm kind of neglecting the rifles time round. red activation key. Didn't pick one up. Oh, hi guys. Really, I'm running out of inventory space. Yeah, and ships, they're not the most interesting design, really. I mean, I know, we're going to see another one in Dead Aim when that stream gets done, and Bats is obviously doing one with. That's unbelievable. Didn't realise it got clipped against the railing there. You know, Bats is doing a stream about a ship with revelations, and it's just wow. It's just how many more games in the series are going to be set on boats? You know, even 7 has a section with a boat. It's pretty basic, the area here. Just clear off a few more enemies to make our passing. That's it, right. It's a shame you can't hook shot back, but it's not too bad. Missed. It's vanished. I was hoping the kick prompt would kick in there. Excellent, thank you. And that concludes Saddler's Warship. With it being that easy to take out, I genuinely wonder how he would have attempted to get to the American mainland on it, but hey. Welcome.
Welcome. for a selection of... What are you selling? Is that old stuff? Thank you. Come back anytime.
Gaiden, Dead Aim, Separate Ways, 5, Revelation, 6, 7, all have ships. No, I think you have got it down. No, I think that is it. I think you're right. So this continues the sort of the original areas a little bit further. It's kind of cool, I guess. Because you keep forgetting I got the sniper rifle, so I don't know why I'm suffering some of these falls. Of course, if you miss, then you miss. There we go. It would have been a good podcast question though, because you know, I sometimes forget that 7, you know, has the ship section at the end. I have to actually, you know, actively think about it. I didn't realise the shooting speed for the semi-auto rifle was that slow. It's a really noticeable delay. A little bit rusty tonight for some reason. Oh, that is unbelievable. As I tell you, it's just not happening. For some reason, I keep looking at some of those prompts and thinking I'm playing Resident Evil 5. It has to be very specific in Resident Evil 4. I'm letting Ada down. So the objective for this mission is just to literally stop Krauser from killing Leon. Wesker's hoping that the chaos caused by Leon and the sort of devastation he's unleashing upon the island will give Ada an opportunity to seize the control plaga from Sadler. But Ada has other plans and puts the control plaga retrieval on hold while she sorts out this little issue with Krauser. I'm really untidy with this at the minute. And we're back into the lab where Sadler retrieves Ashley when he uses the plaga to control her. Just quickly save. Can't remember if there's any point going this way. Just quickly go back because I can't remember if there is anything of note on the door to the side over here. It's going to let me go out there. There's more treasures. It's a shame, I mean, I know we've got Ada's report, but it is a bit of a shame there's no new files. Must be Leon's handiwork. That's a nice little touch. The yellow herb, which is good. I'm pretty sure the geography doesn't match with respect to the battleship dock. That's probably correct. You'd need to sort of properly work it out with maps and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, anyone who knows Resident Evil 2 will know. By the time 3 came about, there's not really any room for the sewage treatment plant at the back of the RPD if you factor in Resident Evil 3's map. These neat little geographical issues. Pretty close to the end of chapter 4 now. You can hear the knife fight between Krauser and Leon. If we wait, I'm sure it'll go on considerably longer than it should do. Hey Candy. Just in time for this.
All for Umbrella's sake. Umbrella? Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
I think we're all in agreement with that one. These cutscenes, though.
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Looks like we have the upper hand here.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
And that concludes chapter 4. So, aside from the the sort of ridiculous Sadler battleship, there isn't really anything new added to it. And and like I say, though it is cool, we did get a new
Leon
section.
S. Kennedy,
It's
perhaps the most
a bit
essential
action
part
heavy.
of this mission. This story wouldn't be complete without him and his formidable survival skills. He has what it takes to survive against overwhelming odds. I've seen him do it before. And he's improved since then. Practically a genius, he has smarts and he knows how to use them. On top of that, his service as a government agent has toughened him up. I'll work behind the scenes to make him think he's the primary player here, though it may be naive of me to think that'll be easy. Considering the involvement of both Sadler and Krauser, the possibility of unforeseen problems is there. But I need him in the supporting role for me to achieve my goals. I'll do whatever it takes to keep him in his place and make this all go smoothly. Of course, his role didn't exist at all until a few months ago. Back then, my role was much simpler too. But that was before the president's daughter was abducted and Leon was dispatched alone to find her. Talk about a major script revision. I don't think I need to worry. Leon's been through worse and always comes up smelling like roses. His consistent luck is part of the reason why I have absolute and unshakable faith in my vision of what's in store for him.
So Johnny's just saying in chat that he loves Sally Carhill's Ada, and I don't think anyone would disagree there. I think she's still... Courtney Taylor does great work in RE6 and Damnation, but I think Sally Carhill will always be the fan favourite. She really is superb. So we're on to the final chapter, and you know it really highlights how short Separate Ways is, unfortunately. That we're already here after what must be barely an hour and 45 minutes, I think. I didn't read the timer just then.
Report. Time is almost up.
Krauser's dead.
Really? Leon doesn't die easily. That's fine. We can use him to clean up Sadler for us. We'll let them fight it out. Neither one of them will manage to come out unharmed.
Easier said than done.
Either way, it's your job to clean up what's left of them when the fight is over. Don't forget who is running the show. Whatever happens, we can't let either of them live to see tomorrow. Our goal is to retrieve the sample. Take out anything that might interfere with our plans.
Here we go, obtain the sample, the final mission.
Welcome.
And they start off by basically giving you Leon's mic section, but without Mike to help you, so it's kind of tedious.
Is that all? Thank you.
I may as well sell that because I already sold
Is that all?
the thing you slot it into, and that's where I kind of messed up with the merchant. Finally get to use him and don't tap his potential. For some reason. So really, I really love Ada, and I've gone on record on the podcast loads of times, but it is so frustrating that after 20 years of her character being in the series, the fact that Capcom have got no real sort of goal with what to do with her. Even, I mean, Resident Evil 6 should have been the game that highlighted the kind of person she was, what her motivations, her goals, her true objectives were. It kind of ended exactly as it began, and that was always one of the biggest problems with Resident Evil 6, is that every character in that game pretty much starts where they begin. The sort of main cast. It's gonna hurt. I don't mess about with Larkers in close quarters like this, so we'll get rid of it. Oof. When they duck. Is that the last guy? There we go. I think the other thing with Ada is as well is that, like, with Resident Evil 7 kind of going up in its entirely new direction, and 6 not making any effort to resolve a character, unless Resident Evil 2 Remake like retcons a few things about a character, I genuinely don't know when we're going to get a chance to revisit Ada again, save for them doing like a Revelations 3. But it would seem a shame that Ada would get resolved in essentially a side story, although it worked quite well with Alex Wesker. I think, you know, there was a lot of potential with Alex Wesker, but I'm just more happy than anything we actually did get a resolution to him. But, you know, I live in hope. I mean, like I alluded to in an earlier stream, when this game came out in 2005, I never ever thought we would see the resolution to the Chris and Wesker conflict. I thought that was long gone. So we don't know. I really hope Remake 2 scratches the itch for Capcom, and we can. I mean, the thing is, I know what's going to happen as soon as that game's out, as soon as it's finished. We're just going to get. I mean, we're already getting it in some places on the internet. Everybody just wants Remake 3 now. You know, and then when that game comes out, it'll be. You know, when are we getting Remake 2? When it's sorry, CVX Remake, and I get tired. I do. I really, really do get tired. I'd sooner always move forward than go back. And I just think, you know, the thing is with the Remake 2 is you know it's going to sell well, you know it's going to do mega money for Capcom. And I'd just really like to see Resident Evil 8 or Revelations 3. You know, maybe they'll work on both at the same time, who knows, but I'd really hate to see the storyline get held up because all people want are remakes. I'm getting absolutely hammered here. Missed some rifle rounds then, unfortunately. He's gonna hit me. So, I have no health. Accept this. So the game heard me. It did hear me. afford the bowgun. I don't think I will do in this playthrough. Now here's where we get revenge for our mate Mike. There he is, looking all proud of himself. And he's gone. Stupid. Here's the wreckage of the ruins.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, Ada.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
Welcome.
Well,
Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Is that all? Thank you. What are you buying?
is I can buy the bowgun now, but
Is that all?
I've literally got no room for it. But it's too good to miss.
Is that all?
What do I need? 15 spaces. There's no way there's that there.
Come back any time.
This is like, I've got four clear spaces and a ridiculous amount of shotgun ammo. Get rid of some shotgun ammo. The bowgun's just too good to miss. This is the worst. This is the hardest puzzle in the game. Still short. The last must be done.
What are you buying? Is that...
It's kind of a signature weapon now, so it's just too good to miss. See if I can take it. It's a nice little reversal of See, another problem with Separate Ways is it doesn't bother to include any of the other God almighty, more interesting monsters. You know, there's no regenerator here. We just get more Ganadals. And as Johnny said in the chat earlier, Jim Ward didn't come back to play Krauser for Separate Ways, so as it happens, even though this is his demise and his final fight, he actually has no dialogue.
Oh, Krauser.
It's
I'm
one of,
sorry.
you know, they actually
I
did
jumped the
modify
gun
his
when I
model
reported
quite a
you
lot
dead
for
to
this
Wesker.
fight. It's a cool laser shot.
Think of all the paperwork I would have to fill out if you were to show up alive.
Here we go. I'll get used to this again. Same tactic, just knife him to bits.
Come on.
And that's it. it's almost embarrassing.
That's a large thing you have there.
He's fitting a bit of innuendo.
But I don't like it when men play rough.
Is anything that way? You don't see Ada as a gentle lover.
Welcome. Got a selection of What are you buying?
Absolutely nothing.
Is that all? Is it?
Look at that. I need some healing.
Thank you. Come back anytime.
The arm was such a hotly. The Krauser's arm was such a hotly debated thing back in the day. There were so many theories that it wasn't actually a Plaga, it was something else. I think there was one point. It even looks like it has some of T. Veronica characteristics from like Steve's mutation. But in the end, it is just a Plaga mutation. It's just a very strange one that seem to think he's given a very specific Plaga.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
I will warn you guys, I am rubbish at this saddler fight. I've never really ever got the tactic down for it, so expect a couple of deaths.
Leon, now! Move!
Let's go.
I do like the fact that she's given her own unique boss fight though. But I am really rubbish at it. That was crazy. Teleports like a ninja. Missed. I know some players can use the geography of it really well. I keep missing that. There we go. Keep messing that up. Yeah, Bogan's great, but you got to be careful with it. Wow. is he? Wow, I did not know he could even do that. Dodging's going to have to be on point here. I'm sure there's a first aid spray or something. There's first aid spray in here, I think. There we go. Just so impervious to stuff. Stuff just doesn't do much damage, but we use this breather to reload. So I mean that's absolutely nonsense, that is. How he's able to do that and then kill me. It's just, that's brutal. I've never seen that death before. I knew I'd struggle on this fight. I just knew it. The way he moves is just ridiculous. You can tell it was not done with a massive amount of budget. Really helps if you don't miss. Is that it? Blimey.
Thank you. This is going to be hard.
Just
to
as she gets the
explain
control
customs.
plaga and completes the mission, the 11th hour twist that we all knew was coming because we know she gets captured.
Ada! Better try a new trick, cause that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American prevailing is a cliché that only happens in your Hollywood movies. Oh, Mr.
I
Kennedy,
do really like this
you
section coming up. I
entertain
think
me.
it's really, really
To
well
show my
done.
appreciation, I will help you awaken from your world of clichés.
Ada, stand back.
though they don't actually do a great deal, it is pretty awesome how they did animate a very basic battle between Sadler and Leon. Oh, I missed. We both missed. Oh my god. It's cutting it fine actually. This is. There we go.
Use this.
And that rounds out Separate Ways. And here we have Ada's little betrayal, because what Wesker doesn't know is the sample she's going to give to him is not actually the control
Sorry,
blager.
Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
She provides Wesker with a dummy.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
I do think it's a shame we don't get the little coda at the end of Assignment Ada sort of redone here, because you get a nice little appearance from Wesker talking about his grand plan. It's kind of missing. I don't know whether we'll even see it on this low quality, but if you let the credits play, you will actually see Leon leave with Ashley in a second into the sunset. Hopefully it'll still show. There they go. It's 2 hours 30 to finish Separate Ways, and I think I did the main campaign in about 10. So it is notably shorter, but you do get one really cool last entry into Ada's report, which you access from the Ada's report menu. And this is one that has a juicy bit of information that's kind of... It needs a bit of a retcon to work now, but I'll talk you through it.
It wasn't easy, but I'd say the mission was a success. Getting my hands on the sample was my initial objective, after all. But I've sent Wesker a different present, just as the organization ordered. Pretending to work with him was entertaining. Albert Wesker. I wonder where he's headed next. Something tells me this whole affair has just been a taste of what he's got in store. To him, Umbrella represented power. He used it to hide behind while he made plans of his own. And now the Umbrella's been folded. With the sanctuary of their old Umbrella ruined, those in power struggle to erect a new one. They are aware of their own crookedness and deceit as they engage in their personal war of light and darkness. That's why Wesker will stop at nothing in opening his new Umbrella. The giant pharmaceutical corporation S maintains medical and drug facilities the world over. We know for certain that Wesker has been in contact with them following Umbrella's demise. There's no doubt we'll next hear from him there. The organization must remain vigilant. But Wesker's not stupid. He knows exactly what the organization is thinking. He and I still have time to continue our little game of cat and mouse before the next move is played. This mission may be over, but the battle is just beginning.
So the giant pharmaceutical, let's find the page. The giant pharmaceutical corporation S, we believe, I don't think it's ever been truly confirmed, stood for Seashell. Now, Seashell was the original name for Tricell, and even if you go back to the Kijuju viral site for Resident Evil 5, it contains one of the last references to Seashell. Because on the wall, that you could, there was a little mini game where you had to unlock, you had to use a candle to highlight a load of phrases and mentions on the wall and that. And one of them was Seashell is evil. Now, obviously, at some point during Resident Evil 5's development, Seashell became Tricell. So it would actually be nice to see them go back, and I'm not usually one for retcons or anything like that, but it would just be nice if they changed that S into a Tricell, and then it would fit really nicely into the rest of the series. I can't remember how long assignment A to take. I think it only takes about 15 minutes to do, so I might just do that to unlock the coder, and then we can say we've done all the content.
Have you retrieved the sample?
Not yet.
Some kind of trouble?
Sadler. He knows.
Ah. Your extraction chopper will pick you up at the rendezvous point as planned.
I'll be there.
Collect 5 Plagasm. I haven't done this for a while, so... See, that's interesting, because I never thought you had the knife in Assignment Ada, so that... I'm wondering if that was a new feature in a later revision of the game. This shouldn't take too long. It will take considerably longer if I make mistakes like that, however. So annoying. Making use of those invincibility frames there. Yeah, I mean, I think the general consensus is that, well, as soon as Separate Ways came out, this was kind of retconned. I think people like the opening cutscene to this and the ending with Wesker, but outside of that, it's essentially a non-canon. You know, finding the 5 samples, and that was just a gameplay mechanic. I'm thinking there is not even any samples here, so I'm good to go. And like I said in the previous stream, I genuinely think that should this game ever get a remake, this will be her attire in the game. Capcom are clearly showing a shift in the attire of the characters. I don't know why I'm going so much for ammo conservation. I don't even think it matters. I think you can just burn through these guys. And yet I'm getting, you know, I'm wasting so much health trying to conserve ammo. But I think I'd just be bloody better off. Just be better off killing them. Infiltrate. So actually, I'll just show you where they are. It's locked here too. Sorry, I keep messing up the controls there. It is possible to have a much cleaner run than I am doing now. This is not the best. Oh, Christ. That's going to kill me if that hits me. Oh. I seem to always remember that the aiming on the GameCube versions was so easy. frustrating. I pressed the start button too many times. Oh, I'm sorry guys. I hate it when you just try and think, I'll do something quick just to finish off, you know, nicely round out the evening, and it takes way longer than it needs to. Oh, I give up. I about give up tonight. I'm getting properly fed up. Making silly mistakes, like I forgot that yellow herb was there. Sensitivity. Yeah, the labs are kind of they're not really. What am I trying to say? It's nice that the game has them, but you can't really see how truly plausible they would have been. I can't imagine. I mean, you know, Lewis is a researcher for him in a sense, so he must have had, like you say, a science personnel, but you hardly ever get to see things like that in action. It's such a shame. I think they developed El Gigante first. I know Newsbot said in the past that. I think he even maybe said it today on the official RE stream, that there's hints that an enlarged Plaga was tested and developed, and it, you know, increases the size of the host, and that's ultimately what it, you know, it's how El Gigante is explained. It's a very generous minigame. Yeah, which is why it's quite comical why I was so you know, so worried about conserving ammo earlier. Yeah, and Nadesu, it's really out of place in 5. You know, it really comes out the left field and firmly stays there. Here we go. Now, if memory serves, all I've got to do is take out Krauser after a horde of enemies here. Because assignment Ada now lets you use the knife, it shouldn't be too bad. I'll have to test that on the original GameCube version, because I don't think Ada had a knife originally. Something. Here we go. The final Plaga. Here he comes. I do believe that's it. So you get essentially the same ending. It's the same case. But you do get this.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. And once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
You get one last little Richard Weil laugh there. What's pretty cool in this version, the HD project, is they put a little thing in with Ada. If you select Leon's RPD costume in the original versions of the game, all of them, you get the assignment Ada Merc's outfit. They've actually done it so it matches this footage here, where if you choose the RPD uniform for Leon, you will get Ada's RE2 uniform in the main game, which is a nice little touch. It always puzzled me why Ada's RE2 uniform is just simply in the mercenaries. But that rounds off all of RE4 HD projects. Thank you guys for tagging along. I don't feel like I've had a lot to say today. There's only so much you can sort of talk about the storyline to this game, really. As I alluded to in earlier streams, you know, it was a dark time for the fan base. This, I remember sitting here thinking, you know, Mikami's made such an effort to just get rid of Umbrella, and now we're already talking about bringing them back with Wesker, and it was a really puzzling time. So with that, I will bid you guys farewell. Thank you as ever for joining me, and should be hopefully Dead Aim next. If I can't get it ready for the weekend, we'll look at doing it one night next week. It'll only take about an hour and 20 minutes. It's not a long game. So yeah, that'll be next, Dead Aim. Thank you very much.